And you remember one day we was all out eating after the comedy show, and he was telling us how the Nigerian family gets down in relation to marriage. You remember that conversation we all had?
I remember somewhat of it.
And he said that when the bitch get out of line, he don't even have to do nothing. His mom and her mom and the grandmothers get together, and sometimes they'll beat up the bitch if she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing in the house. But they'll come together like, well, what's going on? Like, what, the beds ain't made, the food ain't cooked, and you want them to, you know what I mean?
Right,
and sometimes they put hands on the broad. I mean,
Why do you think they do that?
because
I know why. Because a rogue whore can destroy a village. And I'm talking about one.
right.
One can poison all of them. If she don't obey her husband, she probably didn't obey her father.
Right.
And you know what they think? It'd be like, my dad was bad too.
And they don't want her coming back either.
So what they say about your mama?
Real shit.
They don't want her coming back to the house either. They don't want to
No.
take care of her.
If your dad was bad, what they say about your mama?
She chose the nigga.
That's what I'm trying to say. If your dad was flat out a nothing dude, like this so-called story is told about so many dads, if your dad was so awful, don't you think it's time to have a conversation with your mother? The answer is, of course. But here's the hard part, Craig.
Right.
Why don't nobody check they mama?
Message.
What's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor. I just want you to know that you watching You Just Got Juiced reactions. Don't forget, you got the juice now.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy You Just Got Juice, and we are back at it again for another live reaction video. If this is your first time here on this channel, let me just say thank you very much for checking out this small channel and helping me grow, as we are currently on our way to surpass 6,000 subscribers. And yeah, in a short amount of time of 10 months. I started doing this journey back in January 1st. It was my New Year's resolution. First one I ever stuck to in my life. And yeah, the hard work is finally paying off. Thanks to you guys sharing these videos, leaving comments down below, and also liking them. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, I've just been, it's a good feeling, man. So yeah, I really do appreciate you guys coming back. And 98% of y'all are returning viewers, but y'all haven't subscribed. So what are you guys waiting on? Just hit that subscribe button down below and become part of the Juice family. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to get started with today's video. And yeah, let's get ready to drop some knowledge and have some laughs. So without further ado.
Man, the science behind it is everything. Men have 30% more muscle mass on their skeletal systems. So you're banking on the fact that this man might be logical, might be rational, might not be crazy to do his hair.
Man, Craig, what you just said was a mouthful right there.
Especially when
because that's what they are banking on, that the safety of society's repercussions will protect them.
And that's not how it works. Police come after some shit is done.
Right.
Policing ain't no preventative measure. They come when the body's dropped, after the gun has been shot, after the bitch has been stabbed, after she's been assaulted. So why would you play with your life like that?
They investigate crime scenes. That means it already happened.
Right.
And if you ain't got no paper, they not going to investigate it the way you think they're going to investigate it.
Nope. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's the dumbest hypocrisy in the world, you know. You know, you're supposed to, women really supposed to be somewhere in groups listening to the dominant female in their society until a man comes and takes them away to.
God damn, Craig, they gonna miss that.
They used to have brothels.
They gonna miss that. What are they supposed to do?
They're supposed to be up under a dominant bitch, a big bitch.
The woman king.
The woman king, about 225, 5'9", a great pussy, but not really attractive enough to have a husband, but understands her role. And she keeps all of the other bitches that are suitable for marriage in place until a nigga get his shit together. I mean, that's what Richard Pryor grandma was, right? That nigga grew up in a brothel.
Yes.
You know, what happened to the, because they all became studs. That's the problem. They all became studs, but we need to bring back the average-looking dominant bitch to run these hoes until we ready to wife them.
Craig,
What do they call that bitch?
I cannot say it better because I'm not coercing Craig on to say this. This is really knowledge. Your information that you are facing the world with is probably misinformation that's gonna make the world a motherfucker for you.
Man. Remember the African dude, rest in peace, that passed, Chuck?
Yeah.
It was a cool dude, man. You remember one day we was all out eating after the comedy show, and he was telling us how the Nigerian family gets down in relation to marriage. You remember that conversation we all had?
I remember somewhat of it.
And he said that when the bitch get out of line, he don't even have to do nothing. His mom and her mom and the grandmothers get together, and sometimes they'll beat up the bitch if she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing in the house. But they'll come together like, well, what's going on? Like, what, the beds ain't made, the food ain't cooked, and you want them to, you know what I mean?
Right,
And sometimes they put hands on the broad. I mean,
Why do you think they do that?
because
I know why. Because a rogue whore can destroy a village. And I'm talking about one.
right.
One can poison all of them. If she don't obey her husband, she probably didn't obey her father.
Right.
And you know what they think? It'd be like, my dad was bad too.
And they don't want
really?
her coming back either.
So what they say
know what I'm
about your mama?
Shit.
They don't want her coming back to the house either. They don't want to
No.
take care of her.
If your dad was bad, what they say about your mama?
She chose the nigga.
That's what I'm trying to say. If your dad was flat out a nothing dude, like this so-called story is told about so many dads, if your dad was so awful, don't you think it's time to have a conversation with your mother?
Yep.
The answer is, of course.
They'll
But
never
here's the
talk
hard
about that.
part, Craig.
Right.
Why don't nobody check they mama?
Oh man, there's so many reasons for that.
Well, I brought it up for a reason because I've heard stories you said, Craig. I know stories about the world. I know. Look, why don't nobody check they mama when they know they mama ain't on point?
Because they mama groomed them to have a sense of shame anytime they question her. That's the embarrassment part. See, fear is
Shut up, Blick. That's what they got in there. Go ahead.
See, fear is self-inflicted, but embarrassment normally has an outside catalyst. You know, it could be a group, it could be a person. It's something outside them that makes them feel shunned or embarrassed. So at a very young age, a mother will groom a child to feel embarrassment when they question her. It's not necessarily fear. I think it's more embarrassment because you're told when you're a young man and you question your mother, you know, that sounds stupid. Why would you ask me that? Just do this shit and don't ask me why you're doing it. But if you got a good father around and a young man asks a logical question to a good father, he gonna be like, oh, well, son, it's funny you might ask. I never thought of it that way. But this is why we do this, my nigga, because you'll die. You know what I mean? So
You need his perspective.
Somebody said I spared my mom out of compassion. Listen, man, I think the only thing 90% of women can love is their child. And the reason they can love their child is because it's something that came out of them that they watch grow and be what it's going to be. The only reason I think they love their child is because of that. The child is submissive, of course, while they're
that's
younger.
why I think it. That's why I think.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's a big word right there, submissive. This is the closest thing that you'll get genuine love from a woman. That's my opinion.
But you think a woman that drives the father away from a child is capable of love?
That's why I said this is the closest thing that I feel you'll get as far as it go with love from a woman is her children that she sprouted out of her and watched it grow.
That's why they say it's not typical at all for a woman to behave in a certain way, like how my mom did.
Right.
That's very rare.
Yeah, two people breaking up and going their separate ways is completely different than a woman running the father off. Like running the
father off so that she can control the mind
that's like
of a baby. What could be more evil?
That should be attempted murder.
Yeah, that's child. That's a big.
That should be. I mean,
I
cause,
can't argue with you at all, Craig.
Me neither.
you know, women take they're more comfortable putting their kids in a daycare than having a kid with their father.
Man,
Or
who they telling, man? Like, I experienced that. Like, I had one child. When that child was born, man, I was 18. My baby mother was 17. They would not let me take that child at all. Like, it was always an issue or an excuse. She's too small. She can't go outside. I'm like, man, yeah. So like, I'm definitely understanding where they coming from, bro. And then, like, even to this day, like, my daughter holds some kind of resentment towards me because she had this image of me in her head painted from her mother and her grandmother. But I always been here, always tried. But it's something about that motherly bond and stuff. And yeah, I mean, she's 21 now, and she's able to see some of the things that it wasn't true, but the damage is already done. So, you know, it's like now, you know, yeah, but I totally understand where they coming from, though.
you know, like
Somebody say 50 child custody in Kentucky has divorces down 50%. 50 child custody in Kentucky and divorce is down 25%. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure. Listen, I am not afraid to tell the world. I think most women do demonic things their entire time on this planet. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not stupid enough to think that a woman is as precious as they're made out to be, because do you really want to do the statistics on how many kill their kids out of convenience, out of ducking responsibility? You gotta be a cold motherfucker
Oh yeah.
to kill a baby
That's why.
that's counting on you.
Yeah.
To kill any
Be
your
on
children.
drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you got all
What
these
about-
trolls. These niggas trolling online. That come from that type of shit.
Yeah, they was
niggas-
bitch raised.
Niggas spend years trying to get a man's attention to tell him some shit about him that ain't even true. You know what I'm saying? Just be online. Just call, Corey, Craig. Or, man, shut the fuck up, nigga.
I mean, like, the criticism and everything that comes with being authentic is very natural, man.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
hung this so-called Jesus on the cross
Right.
because he kept it a buck. Do you think about that?
Nigga, they killed Shaka Zulu, too.
Yeah, no one's exempt from that. Everybody can get it.
That's the dumbest shit I said.
If you speak honestly, you're an outcast here in America. If you tell the truth, you will be taken off the internet. They will take your page.
Right.
If you honest, all you can do is learn to be creative, like Backdoria. Like the words we put out there that the computer don't catch because it don't know what it is. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it definitely can't prove what it is.
Right.
But that cleverness is never glorified by the wicked, which is how Little John was able to do a video that was in the mainstream rotation saying, "Skeet, They didn't know what it was.
That's true.
Oh, skeet,
For the
skeet, skeet.
They
longest,
started all saying it. They was doing little
Little
TikTok,
white kids was like, ski,
TikTok
ski, ski,
videos.
ski.
Yeah. Nut, 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 nut.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But his name is Little John, and he talking about skeeting.
Oh, it was Little John.
John is, you know what I mean? You know what a John is.
Skeeting is a privilege. Every skeet you get, you should not have no shame about it unless it was accomplished by another man. Man on man skeeting is
sin.
God hate that. He destroyed an entire nation.
You ever keep
Learn the
skeet?
story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Men was skeet assisting, and God had no more of it. He
Skeeter.
destroyed that place. Like he gonna do this place.
You ever not trust a bitch and keep the skeet?
You mean with a condom?
Yeah, like skeet in the bag and take it with you because you don't know what this bitch gonna do.
I remember them glory days when I was young and super healthy. I mean, one time that extra pump, it cost me, boy.
Did it?
I had to fly all the way to Milwaukee to see it through. I told her, look, it ain't on me. You keep it if you want to, but I'm just saying, here this money go. You do what you want to do with the money. I mean, it's not my body. I can't control it. Ain't that what they say? But if you do this, I'll give you this. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh my God.
Does that make me bad?
You know they paying 3,000 an ounce for skeet. You know that, right?
Is it?
You know how much skeet you done gave away?
What is this plasma thing they're taking from people?
what the hell? Is that a sperm pack? But yeah, he did bring up some good points. So like I said, like, I don't know, mothers do that intentionally or they just do it because they don't want. I don't know what that is, but it's not right. Like I said, like, even try to work it out with the guy and both parents be involved, but don't put bad thoughts in your child head because you bad at the other parent and stuff like that. I never agree with that. But leave your comments down below, and I'll catch you guys again next time. And don't forget, you guys got the juice now, and we are out of here. Beep,